Today is Monday, 8/26/2019, and hope everybody's had a good weekend. I know I did. I picked up one very amazing thing over the weekend. I wished it was in better condition, but it is what it is. And I got a pile of mail in today that I haven't even looked at yet. So I wanted to show you the amazing thing I found over the weekend. I found this on Sunday, what they call a Goodwill outlet. It's by the pound, and the fines are getting quite thin there. A lot of people fighting over who knows what. This had been there, I think, from the previous day. It's a little leather-bound book here, very, very old. But unfortunately, the other piece is missing here. So it was a photograph album. Now, did that get donated with the rest of it, or was that missing? But it was not in with the books, the bin of books, and it was just in the regular merchandise, being thrown around with all kinds of lawn chairs, broken, coolers, you name it, printers, everything, board games that were spilled out. Now, other than the fact that it's an ancient leather book, it is very, very old. This is the American Photograph album. And if it had been more complete, it would be worth a little bit more. There are photographs inside there from 1870s to the 1880s. I think the 1880s are the latest pictures. Most of the pictures are out of Illinois and New York and Colorado. And there's one name on the back of the pictures, but I'll never know who any of these people are. By themselves, they're worth about $1, maybe $2 a piece. Maybe if it's got a more famous photographer. Here's Ryder and Gehrig out of Chicago, Illinois, and there was a website saying that they worked from about 1873 to 1876. So that dates these pictures. This is the time about the earliest baseball cards. The old Judge or whatever. So really neat piece of Americana that's in terrible condition, but that was really, really cool to have. This probably cost me about $2 for the whole thing. So let's get into the mail here really quickly, and if anybody knows any more about the old vintage cabinet photographs or whatever you call them, put some comments down below. I got one postcard today. This one is out of Sierra City, California, but unfortunately some postal clerk along the way, or even the driver, decided to wreck my postcard. They nicely canceled that there. They missed both of the stamps, but somebody took a Sharpie and destroyed both of the stamps. Either that or they just really loved Earl Warren and decided to black out his eyes. So who knows about that one there. Some people can just be jerks, you know what I mean? I'm not going to reuse those stamps. Anyway, there's a postcard there. And this was the Yuba River near Sierra City and Downeyville. So there's that one. I've only opened this one, but I have not looked at anything. But I just wanted to show you how a lot of people are using old stamps. So that came from eBay right there. A nice 30-odd cent stamp plus a couple 70s era stamps. And then there's a new stamp there. Anything else that has interesting stamps on it? Not really. So we'll open up this one because it's already started. And I have a feeling I know what this is. So let's get this out of the little receipt here. I'm on a mission to collect every 1975 Boy Scout patch from America there is. This is the 1975 Central Connecticut Council Scout Exposition. It's not worth very much. I think I maybe paid $2, $1 plus $1 shipping, something to that effect. It'll say here, yeah, $1.35 plus 65 cents, so $2. So that was kind of cool. I did not have that. Fairly common design, so it's not really desirable, but it had that date on it. This one's pretty huge, so let's open this one here, make sure I don't rip anything. See what we have in here. And I have two patches here. One of them has been on eBay for quite a while that I've been kind of watching. I think it was $3, maybe $4. I'm not exactly sure, but I bought both of these just to get them out of the way. This one here is the Unami Lodge with a stain on it. That I did not know. It's got a big brown stain there. It goes all the way through. That might have been some glue that was in an album. 1915 to 1975 60th Anniversary Dinner. These patches go from anywhere from what I paid to about $10. They're not particularly rare. This one's pretty neat. This one's used as well, but what can you do? 1975 EC2A Conclave, A Thing of the Spirit. That's a pretty nice patch, and it says Camp oh great, Camp Nolaka, I think that's what it says. There's a thread there in the way, but Camp Nolaka, I believe, is what's in that tree. I haven't seen that one before, and that's pretty neat. That's also 75. Then we'll open this one here. And then I've got one more envelope after this. It looks like this might be also another patch. Not sure. No cards in this lot. Okay. This one came in at, well, really interesting to see what people do for the cheapest shipping. Okay. And this one, proud of our American heritage, NCAC BSA Expo 75. That stands for National Capital Area Council. So it's, again, it's not one that I had, but it's not particularly valuable. It's what they call an exposition. So a lot of the Boy Scout troops go and have some sort of product or a skill demonstration there, and a lot of people participate in this. So there could be, you know, thousands and thousands and thousands of this patch out there. Maybe they didn't get distributed to all the kids of the troops, so maybe there aren't. I have no idea. So there's that one. Now, last but not least is my own envelope. This one here has an Earl Warren stamp on it and a trolley car stamp with a bunch of 1-cent stamps. And one of my envelopes, this looks like a card or something. Okay, looks like we got a NASCAR return here. And I chose a couple of very poor cards here. This is a NASCAR driver, I believe still current, Ryan Newman. And unfortunately he signed right there in the dark spot. I guess he wasn't going to sign across his face. He could have probably signed up in here, but that's kind of asking too much there. But that's the card I had. And then I actually had to go buy a Ryan Newman card because he wears a black driver's uniform. Here's the one I think I purchased. This is number 114 out of 125. You won't be able to read that because he signed right over it. And then this one is a Press Pass Stealth in-flight report. I just thought it was a cool card, and he signed right over there. Again, that would have been the more choice spot to sign, but like I said, Ryan Newman had a lot of very dark cards out there. It's really hard to find anything, and I didn't have very many of his cards for some bizarre reason. Don't know all the story behind why I didn't have very many of his cards, but that's what I have in for the mail today. Very cool to get that stuff in. As for the 1975 patches, there is no checklist. There is no way of knowing how many patches are. There could be another 10,000 more patches to get. Maybe there's only like 300 or 400 more patches to get. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that there's at least probably maybe 1,000 more patches. I don't know how many councils and districts there were, but each of them had an event, you know, about 4 times a year, and then there are a few special events, and there's camps and other places that held events, and so that could be easily into the thousands. And I only have about 100 patches right now, so I hope you enjoyed that, and thank you for watching.